I wanted to see that maximum violence. That's why for me, when I see a blood, I go in there to take someone out. But sometimes you can get caught in the exchange. But at the end of the day, you leave it a round or two later, as we've seen there, anything can.
Yo, come in reaction. Alexander Povetkin has got the KO win against Dillian Whyte. It's wow, heavyweight boxing. I'm watching the replay right now, and wow, I still can't believe it. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Talk to me. Talk to me. Wow, wow. I don't know what happened, man. Heavyweight boxing. One shot can turn the result. Um, Povetkin just dipped to his left side and unleashed the unstoppable uppercut. And wow, shocked us all. Dillian Whyte was in control. Knocked him down twice. He was in control, man. Big shock. Reaction. White was probably too cautious early on. No, I think Dillian Whyte was boxing to his game plan. I think he was just setting Povetkin up for the later rounds, then to finish him off. Bearing in mind, Povetkin is 41 years of age. So I think the idea was to carry him down the stretch. Feel free, he landed good shots. He definitely landed good shots, and it looked like Dillian Whyte was gonna cruise to victory. The second time we knocked him down, I thought, okay, early night, I'll get to bed early, and that's all she wrote. Povetkin has great technique, Mr. Mike. Yes, wicked technique. You saw against Anthony Joshua when Povetkin was dipping his body to the left and then throwing an overhand left hook. His hook is a madness. White was stronger, but Povetkin obviously seasoned, Olympic gold medalist, etc., etc. He's been one of the best. Only lost to Klitschko and Anthony Joshua. Even in yeah, I think I think most boxing fans will say, look, waiting 1,000 days for a title shot, and then for that just to be kind of taken away is it's mad. It's mad. It's mad. It's mad. Reactions. Same result would have happened with Mark Tibbs. Harsh, man. I think Dillian Whyte was in control. Prior to that happening, Tibbs got White to jab. Yeah, but he was jabbing though. I think he was jabbing. Shocked big time. There was a lot of talk, obviously, about Dillian Whyte against Tyson Fury, February 2021, and this is a big disruption. Um, what I would say is, look, I think we did predictions pre-fight, and there were some people in the predictions saying Povetkin had a good chance. These are the people that know their boxing. Hold on, still Povetkin deserves a lot of respect. Do you know what? I'm going to be real. When Povetkin fought Michael Hunt in Saudi, I was there. I thought Michael Hunt was going to blast him out in 4 or 5 rounds. And Povetkin managed to weather the storm and even potentially take out Michael Hunter. So that showed that at 40 odd, he's still got a lot about him. White needs to learn from this. Definitely, Dillian Whyte, he's a warrior. You know what I mean? He'll dust himself off and come back. Heavyweight boxing, one punch can turn the result. And I think he just got caught. He got caught on the inside. Potentially, maybe one might have argued that had he kept Povetkin on the outside after the 2 knockdowns, he could have just cruise controlled the victory. But sometimes, you know what, a fighter's instinct is to go in and make sure the job is done. And maybe Dillian Whyte was just trying to finish him off, you know? Hype job. That's a bit harsh. That's a bit harsh. But look, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. But again, you know, we have to congratulate Povetkin. Povetkin, you know, he shocked a lot of us. Yeah. I mean, look, waiting 1,000 days and for that to happen is pretty amazing. It's pretty, wow. It's shocking. It's shocking. The fight was for. Wow. Anyone want to see a rematch? Talk to me. Well, look, I think someone mentioned Huey Fury's name. You saw how Povetkin performed against Huey Fury, Michael Hunter. Now Dillian Whyte is a dangerous fighter. And to be fair, Dillian Whyte was saying that pre-fight that was a dangerous assignment. No rematch. Hey, what I would say is Fight Camp has been very entertaining. Very entertaining. I think Eddie Hearn talked about 50-50 fights prior to Fight Camp starting, and he weren't lying, you know. There's been a lot of shocks, man. It's been very, very dramatical. Eddie Hearn's drumming on about a rematch, which I know a lot of people tune in for, you know. I think with all the hard work that Dillian Whyte's put in, I think maybe a rematch should happen. It should happen, definitely. Boom boom coil, what's happening, man? What's happening? We saw these rematch clauses these days. Yeah, definitely. I agree with that last comment. You know, um, Dillian Whyte deserves a rematch, 100%, 100%. You know what I mean? He's put the graft in for 5 months in Portugal. He's beaten all that's before him, definitely. That's it, Mister. That's it, Pascal. We need a rematch. We need a rematch. No fans was. Could you imagine if fans were there? You know, one might have argued that if fans were there, Dillian Whyte might have finished off Povetkin before the end of the year. Potentially. We're almost in September, so December could be a go. What do you guys reckon of AJ's comments? AJ's on. He's giving
And as a fighter,
end of the year. As Hearn was saying, end of the year. Yeah, definitely. I can see that happening.
goes right.
They're showing Dillian Whyte now leaving Fight Camp.
As Tony says, he's learning on the job. So
Yeah, it must be gutted. It must be gutted, man.
life should never define you. You brush it off.
Yeah. Until the knockdown, I wanted to see a Whyte Fury fight.
It means so much. It's like, oh my gosh, I just lost or whatever. But in 10 years from now, when you're retired and you look back at your highlight reel,
Hey.
this is just a massive story, a massive.
Well, what we've seen is all the heavyweight contenders and champions have had, apart from Tyson Fury, have had a setback. That goes to show that, you know, the hard hitters exist in the division and this weight class, and that anything can happen. You know, they could all beat each other potentially.
Is a blessing, win or lose. You know what I mean? So Dylan fighting,
AJ's given a lot of
blessing for him anyway. So even though there's a
positive feedback for Dillian Whyte, rival Dillian Whyte on Sky Sports right now.
come from at the end of the day, we brush off.
Yo, remember, hit the subscribe button, yeah? Come on, you guys are in, hit the subscribe button. Dillian Whyte was in casual mode in seconds or so.
Make more sense. At this time, he might be. But that's just
Casual mode. I'm not sure about it. I think he was setting them up for the later rounds.
well, listen, the man, he's got a spare room here. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't mind plotting up in this castle.
More reaction, people. More reaction, people. Fury would jab Povetkin's. Well, Fury against Povetkin, I kind of agree that Fury would keep it long against him. He wouldn't even fight on the inside against Povetkin. He'd keep it long all day long. And Povetkin seems to struggle with tall fighters. You remember Klitschko kept him at bay easily. So I think that's a good point there.
So it gives us a chance to hopefully see it.
Radio 5 would do if you kill him.
But for him, 40 years old, he's 41 years
What?
old. In less than 2 weeks' time.
Argument on Radio 5 Live. Two complacent. It's difficult, man. Difficult, man. Big shock tonight. Big shock. Wondering if it's having patient if I. Do you guys think that if Mark Tibbs was in the corner, it's about using the jab against? Well, look, in hindsight, I think, sometimes it's about stick or twist. Do you go in there and try and finish off your opponent when he seems hurt? I mean, the man put Povetkin down twice. Or do you keep it long and just see it through until you wear down a 41-year-old? This is crazy. It was a crazy uppercut. Zola was a crazy uppercut. Sanctioning, it's a lot of sanctioning fees, man. Also, as well, getting the lawyers on to for taking risk. There's some people out there that are scared to take the O. The man is time and time again fought in risky fights. Povetkin gonna take that. Povetkin taking side money for Fury Joshua. Interesting point. Interesting. That's a bit harsh, man. That's a bit harsh. All it takes is one punch. You remember, Mike Tyson, Buster Douglas, Hassan Rahman, and Lennox Lewis. One punch, man. One punch, baby. Povetkin doesn't need the side money. He might fancy a massive ranch in Russia. I can't believe it as well. It's mad. It's mad. It's almost midnight and I'm awake with amazement. Yeah, that's what Povetkin seems to do though. Povetkin, he always dips before throwing the hook. But this time he dipped and threw the uppercut. You saw that against AJ. He dipped and he threw the left hook, which, it shocked AJ and it moved him a bit. Why doesn't he take it? You think he's gonna? Perfect. What? No. What happens? That uppercut would have knocked out anybody. Straight up. Straight up. There was another fight where someone was in control and they lost it recently. Who was it? Someone was in control and they lost it recently. Easy route. I mean, yeah, that's a good point. Some people would have said, should Dillian Whyte have just, relaxed and waited for his title shot? Bearing in mind, it's almost September, a few more months, and then he would have had his title shot next February, potentially. What? Mauricio says he won't get into August 2021. Wow, they're lining up Joshua against Fury. 100%. Who wins that if these guys? Reactions. Subscribe. You ain't subscribed? Subscribe, man. Hey, credit Eddie Hearn on a fantastic fight camp series. I feel like this could be the boxing version of WrestleMania. Once a year, spectacular extravaganza in the Garden. Pep, you think Eddie's happy? If you look at Eddie Hearn, he's got Dillian Whyte, he's got Anthony Joshua. So in the event of Dillian Whyte not having a rematch, he's got Joshua that could potentially fight Fury. So the winner is Eddie Hearn all day long. You know, and his fight camp has been an amazing success. Hey man, you know, I feel Dillian Whyte. Look, there's no need to be disheartened. I feel like, you know, after the AJ defeat, he picked himself up, went back to the drawing board, refined his technique, and really became a force to be reckoned with in the heavyweight division. No, he can definitely do it again, 100%. White should be beating 40. Hey, is look, Povetkin may be 40, but Povetkin is, mate, he is a very good 40-year-old. I'll tell you that much. You see him bang out with Huey Fury, you see him bang out with AJ, Michael Hunter, young fighters. Fight camp, amazing, Pascal, amazing, amazing. You got to give it up, man. You know, Turn is mad creative, man. Fast Scars, mad creative. Talk to me, baby, about the shock tonight. Do you think White was? Do you think White was too patient? No, I think Dillian Whyte had the right to be patient. You know, you've put him down twice. Why rush your work? You know, let the older man wear down, and then you're going for the kill. So I don't think he was too patient. I think patient was probably the right approach. But it was fantastic. It was an uppercut from the gods, right? Was it an uppercut from the gods? Price as well, exactly, Bruce Lee. You remember David Price had Povetkin eating Jab City all night long. He kept him at range. Price was boxing nice. And then Povetkin, what did he do? He dipped to the left and threw the overhand left hook. Caught David Price. David Price was wobbling. Dangerous fighter, Povetkin. White was perfect for. Harsh, man, harsh. You know, some people got to remember Dillian put him down twice. You know, he put him down twice. Boxing is a cruel sport, man. It's a cruel sport. Definitely. Fights now. It was a fantastic uppercut. I mean, to say he hasn't got any chin is harsh. Fantastic. That uppercut would have knocked out anybody. Yeah, it dropped him twice. But you remember Anthony Joshua versus Andrew Ruiz Jr. Part One. Anthony Joshua dropped Ruiz. You remember that? He dropped him. Then Ruiz came back. This is boxing. This is boxing. Shouldn't have sacked Mark Tibbs. Yeah, I mean, look, in hindsight, people would say that. Javier Miller is actually a very good coach. You know, he's not known in the wider public, but I've known him for a while. He's a very, very good coach. Yeah, I think that I feel like the coach is irrelevant. You got to remember people. You know, you have to give credit to Xavier Miller because prior to the knockout, Dillian Whyte put him down twice. So where was the credit then? Should have done big bombs pre. What? Should never have taken. That's probably the good question. I think a good question is, should Dillian Whyte have taken the fight in the first place? Dangerous fight. I know he's a fighter, man, but you know the pot of gold was waiting in February 2021. Corner was saying take your time. Don't you think that was a good tactic though, to take your time and then wait until Povetkin tires? Hey, you remember what Meat Mill said? Wins and them losses come with being bosses. Hey man, it's shocking. It was a shocking defeat. Do you think Dubois? The bar's a great talent, but the bar's a great talent, and stars make fights. But you know, to say that he would have won as well, I don't know. People are forgetting. Povetkin is, yeah, Povetkin's been there, done that, man. He can bang out. He's definitely a strong fighter. Yeah, I see Bob Arum's already been on Twitter. He's already been trolling on Twitter already. Bar will have a shot. I don't think Dillian Whyte will fight the Bar right now. I feel like, you know, he's got aspirations of the rematch and then potentially getting his mandatory position back. But no doubt about it, if you look in the next potential 5 years, Bar is that guy. I don't see anyone else coming through like Bar right now in the heavyweights. I tell you what, this fight has got me thinking about how impressive Michael Hunter is at heavyweight then, because Michael Hunter was also fantastic against Povetkin. So now, do we look at Michael Hunter now as one of them guys that can break into the elites or the heavyweights? Michael Hunter did a great job. Did a great job. He almost took Povetkin out as well in the first 6 rounds. Povetkin managed to turn it round and get the draw. But that was a great fight, and that for me shows the skills of Michael Hunter now. Now I'm looking at Michael Usyk. How will Usyk have fared against Povetkin? Let us know what you think. Dylan will be back. Listen to it looked. 5-month camp. Well, is Povetkin the real? Yeah, well, look, I think a 5-month camp is only because the dates kept changing. Yeah, I want to see how Usyk gets on now. Because for me, Usyk's just a bigger version of Loma. You know, he's a bigger version of Loma. I want to see how Usyk fares at heavyweight. That's got me intrigued because Usyk, he moves ever so well. Yo, if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe, man. Let's get these subscribers up. Subscribe, 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 subscribe. Usyk would be more reaction. Povetkin, Labro. Yeah, yeah. Dillian will be back, man. 100%. 100%. This is heavyweight boxing. Who's you guys' top three at the moment in heavyweights? So many. It was. If anyone gets caught like that. Yeah, fantastic. You know, uppercut from the gods. They say Ruiz had a punch from the gods. That was a punch from the gods, definitely. Usyk versus Babbage. I think Babbage is a savage, definitely, but more learning fights. Usyk is a master, obviously undisputed at cruiserweight. It wasn't so great in his first fight, but that guy's got skills. He's cold. It has to be AJ Fury White. AJ Wilder, Povetkin. Okay, top six. What's that top six? Fury, AJ. I can't put anyone at third. Wilder, no. I feel like a lot of people might be sleeping on the Wilder a bit too soon. You know, Wilder's only lost once. Yeah, it wasn't his best performance, but that right hand it can ice anybody. Could you imagine if Deontay Wilder caught Povetkin with that right hand, Povetkin would have been sleeping. More reactions. Dubois called out White. Hey, I like Dan Dubois. I think we'll see that fight in time. You know, luckily we've got a good crop of British fighters out there, British heavyweights as well. Usyk Ortiz, great fight. I like that fight. The maximum violence was there in the 2 knockdowns, but this is heavyweight boxing, baby. Anything can happen. WBC were quick to tweet. Povetkin versus Pulev. Well, that's quite interesting. It's quite interesting. I think Povetkin would potentially might have the edge on that one, but Pulev as well is a very dogged, difficult opponent for anybody. I feel like there's more shocks coming in the heavyweight division, man. Don't think that all the fights are formality. Even Wilder Fury, it's not formality. Also, AJ against Pulev is also a tough fight. Yes, Babs, thanks for subscribing, man. You know what I mean? Mark Tibbs. Hey, Mark Tibbs is a good guy. I like Mark Tibbs, man. Yeah, man. It was just a great uppercut, man. Adam Smith. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. Fury is delighted. Let's see. Subscribe. Remember, hit that subscribe button to get the latest notifications for the pep talk content that comes out. Hey, who enjoyed fight camp? Who enjoyed the 4 weeks of fight camp? Send me a heart if you enjoyed that. If you enjoyed fight camp, send a heart through. No, actually, no, not a heart. Send through a flame. Send through a flame if you enjoyed fight camp. Bruce Lee, flame. Costas, flame. If you didn't enjoy fight camp, send through a thumbs down if you didn't enjoy fight camp. Flame if you did, thumbs down if you didn't. Natalie Kelly, 2. Flame, flame, flame. Eddie Hearn's gonna love that. Flame, flame, flame. Hearn is a crook. Why? Flame. Subscribe, Sawyer Maitland. Flame. Brit MK2. Brit MK2, you from Milton Keynes? Fight camp was great. It was great. It was great. Yeah, we're all disappointed for Dillian, but you know, Eddie Hearn's doing a post-fight interview on the Matchroom YouTube channel as well. He's doing it with Dillian Whyte. But look, flame. Guys, we out. But we're almost out. I want you to, if you haven't done it already, flame up and subscribe. Countdown before we out. Pro B's, Shaz. 10, 9, 8, subscribe. 7, subscribe. 6, subscribe. 5, subscribe. 4, subscribe. 3, subscribe. 2, maybe tomorrow. If you want it done tomorrow, before we out, flame. Maybe the fans can have their say again tomorrow. Flame. Tomorrow evening, maybe. Tomorrow evening, maybe around 9 o'clock. Katie Taylor won fair and square. It depends what you like. When you're judging fights, I mean, obviously, Bassoon was aggressive and non-stop. I mean, Bassoon, she's a savage. She actually is a savage. Boom, boom, quill. Can happen to anybody, man. Can happen to anybody, man. But you know what? Look, man. In the time of some fighters potentially ducking fights and whatever and cherry picking, you got to rate Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte will fight anybody. I'll say that right now. He'll fight anybody and doesn't run or hide. He'll fight anybody. Fury, hella skills. Fury is a very, very skillful fighter. I'm not gonna lie to you. Exceptional fighter. Natural ability, exceptional. AJ's resume is phenomenal. You know, I feel like some people have slept on the abilities of AJ. All right, guys. Pep talk. We out here. 3, 2. Was Dean Whyte at Pierce fight? Dean Whyte is in Matchroom Square Garden right now. He's there right now. So I'm going to hit him up. And hopefully I'll have the Dean Whyte exclusive tomorrow, discussing Fight Camp. Pep talk, subscribe, keep it locked. Thank you.